Many people believe that being loyal and not cheating automatically makes them the prize in a relationship. Eh? They assume that their faithfulness alone earns them the title of a good partner. You know, but loyalty without emotional responsibility is incomplete. Eh? If someone is loyal yet inconsiderate, manipulative, or rooted in insecurity, that loyalty becomes a shield used to avoid accountability rather than a sign of genuine character. You know, not cheating does not excuse harmful behavior. Eh? You cannot show up with emotional instability, gaslighting tendencies, insecurity driven reactions, or even defensiveness, then expect your loyalty to be treated like a trophy. Eh? Some people use loyalty to guilt trip others, acting as if staying in the relationship gives them permission to dismiss feelings, to avoid responsibility, or even invalidate their partner's experiences. You know, loyalty is meaningful only when supported by emotional maturity. Eh? It must come with kindness, clarity, empathy, honesty, and most importantly, the willingness to grow. You know, without these, loyalty becomes transactional. I didn't cheat, so you should tolerate everything else. That is not partnership. It is control dressed as commitment. You know, psychologically, this mindset often stems from insecure attachment and low self-awareness. Yeah? When someone lacks emotional regulation and inner stability, they latch onto loyalty as their only redeeming trait. They believe that for as long as they don't betray the relationship physically, their behavior doesn't require examination. You know, gaslighting and guilt tripping arise from fear, fear of being wrong, fear of losing control, or fear of facing personal flaws. Instead of doing the inner work, they inflate the importance of loyalty to avoid accountability. But healthy relationships rely on consistency, emotional responsibility, communication, and respect, not merely the absence of cheating. You know, spiritually, loyalty is meant to reflect integrity, not insecurity. eh? True loyalty flows from alignment, compassion, and grounded energy. When loyalty is used as a weapon, it loses its purity. And when loyalty is rooted in fear or ego, it becomes a spiritual imbalance, a distortion of connection. You know, real spiritual loyalty uplifts, it protects, and it nurtures. It does not demand compliance or emotional silence. In short, loyalty alone does not make someone the prize. Character does. Kindness does. Accountability does. You know, if loyalty is used to manipulate, to guilt trip, or to avoid personal growth, then it loses all value. True partnership requires emotional maturity, not just physical faithfulness. My people, heal. Heal.